Hi friends, welcome to Timing Python series. In this video, we're going to talk about how to create a duration curve using Matplotlib. So this is an example duration curve. I have a measurement and I have 8,000 samples of it, and each sample has a different value. So this duration plot is derived from those 8,000 samples. On the x-axis, I have 0 to 100 percentage, and on the y-axis, I have the minimum to maximum value of that samples. And you can see at the least sample value, I got the value as 100 percentage, and at the maximum sample value, I got the value as 0 percentage. And if you draw any horizontal line from any value and you intercept it at the x-axis, you will find how many percentage of samples are above that value. For example, for 49.9 value, you can see that more than 85% or 90% of the samples are more than 14.9. And if you take something like this 50 and draw and intercept this at the x-axis, you can see that more than 60% or more than 65% of the values are above 50. And if you take a value something like 49.8 and you intercept it with x-axis, you can see above 95% of the values are above 49.8. That means using duration plot, you can understand the distribution of a measurement samples. If the samples of a measurement are not evenly distributed, it's going to be flat. And if the samples of a measurement are more evenly distributed, it's going to be more slant. That means, for example, if the values are more evenly distributed, then it would be something like this. And if the values are not evenly distributed, then it may be something like this. So using a duration plot, you can understand how evenly the data is distributed between the maximum and minimum values of a sample data set. So how can you create a duration plot? There is no default implementation of duration plot in Matplotlib. But what we can do is, we can take the samples and we can ourselves create the x-axis and y-axis values from those samples. And the logic is really simple, guys. If you have a resolution of what y-axis you want, then you can easily derive the value of the percentage of samples above that value. So what we did in this function is exactly the same thing. Suppose if I have a value bin resolution, I will take the minimum value and maximum value and cut it into pieces using this resolution, and I will find how many samples are above each point between these minimum and maximum values, and then I will get the x-axis values here. So using those x-axis and y-axis values, I can create this duration plot. So let's get started with the demo, guys. So I'm going to take a blank folder, I'm going to open it with VS Code. I'm going to create a new file and I'm going to name it index.py. So first let's try to create that function which converts the samples into duration plot values. So I'm going to name a function. I'll just do it def, and I'll just write the name of the function as derived duration plot values. And here I'm going to give the input of the values. It can be a list. And here I'm going to give the resolution of the y-axis. So I'll write y-axis resolution. So I'll just show you how the return type should be. So my return type should be something like return, and I'll return an object, and here I'll return values. It should be an array, and I'll return the percentage values, and it should also be an array. So these are going to be the y-axis values and these are going to be the x-axis values. So let's try to derive these values first. So since it's a list, I want to convert it into a pandas series because I can do some easy calculations with pandas series. So first, to import pandas series, I have to import pandas module. So I'll write import pandas as pd. Alright, so now I'll convert this list into a pandas series. So let's write vals equal to pd.series of vals. So now my list is converted into a pandas series, and then now I can find the number of values, right? Count equal to length of values, and then I can find the minimum value. Minimum value equal to vals.min, and the maximum value equal to vals.max. Now I'm going to iterate through minimum value to the maximum value in terms of this y-axis resolution and find out how many percentage of samples are more than that value for each value. So let's try to break this down. I'll let for value in numpy.arrange actually splits this values in that resolution. So first I'll import numpy as np. So what I did is np.arrange, I'll give the minimum value as min value and maximum value as maximum value, and then I'll give the resolution, which is step defined in np.arrange, which will be my y-axis resolution. So what happened here is, if my values are ranging from 1 to 10 and my y-axis resolution is something like 1, then np.arrange will split that into values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 9. And if my resolution is something like 0.5, then my values will be 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, something like that. So np.arrange splits my data as per my resolution for me. So now my only task is to find the percentages now. So first I have to populate this values array. So here I'll write result values array or result values list. I will initialize that, and then I'll write result percentages list, and I'll initialize it as an array. So first I have to give the values to the y-axis, right? So I'll just write result values dot append, and here I'm going to append the value. And now I have to find how much percentage of values are above this value in this sample data set. Percentage equal to this list of values with filtered as values greater than our value. And for this I'm going to find the length, and this I'm going to divide by the total number of values of the input data set count, and I'm going to multiply with 100 so that I can get the percentage. This is the percentage of values which are above this value in this total data set, right? So this one goes to this array result percentage dot append, and here I'm going to append this percentage value. So this way, for each value between this minimum value and maximum value, I'm going to append the percentage of samples above this value, and that way my resultant data set is populated, and I'm going to return this object by filling these values, result values and result percentage. So this way we can create the duration plot values by giving the input values and the resolution of y-axis which you desire. So this is the function which I made now, and using this function you can get the duration plot x and y-axis values. Alright, now we have the function ready with us. So now we just need some data, and we just need to plot that data. That's all. For my example, I have taken an array. I've already kept an array with me, and I'm just pasting here. So I've got an array called samples, and this is my array. It's pretty big because it has some 8,600 values. So don't worry about the length. It's just normal Python list. Using this derived duration plot values function, I can find the duration plot x and y-axis values. So let's try to do that. So duration plot data equal to derived duration plot values of, this is the list. My list goes into this samples, and then my resolution is basically I want a duration plot with 0.01 resolution because my value is between 14.8 and 50, and I am okay with 0.01 resolution. So I've got the duration plot values. So this duration plot data now will have these two attributes, values and percentage values. Values are the x-axis values, values are the y-axis values, and percentage values are the x-axis values now. So I can plot this data in matplotlib. So for that I will import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and now I will create a figure and axis handle, figure comma axis handle equal to plt.subplots, and then I'm going to plot this x and y axis data. So ax.plot. So in my x-axis values, I will get this duration plot data of the attribute which I'm going to use, this percentage values. So percentage values, and then in the y-axis, I will use this duration plot data of y-axis values, which is this vals. So I'm going to use this attribute here. So now I've supplied the axis handle to plot this x-axis values and y-axis values, and then ultimately I'm going to show this plot. So now let's try to save it and run this. You can see we got the duration plot as desired for this 8,600 samples. Alright, we have just understood how to create a duration plot. But we can use this function in our other projects also by moving this function into another Python file. So let me try to do that for you. So I'll create a new Python file, and I'll just write duration plot.py. So this is my Python file, and I'll move this function to the Python file. I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here. I got to take pandas and numpy dependencies here, so I just copy this and paste it here. So now I got my function defined in a separate Python file which is in the same folder of my index.py. So I can remove this function from here, and I can import that function from my neighboring Python file which is duration_plot.py. I can just do that using from duration plot import derived duration plot values. So I got the function here. This data set is also huge, so I think I can get this from another file. So I'll just create another file here and I'll just name it data.py. And here I'm going to move this line to there, Control X, and here I'm going to paste it here. So I can get these samples from the data.py, right? So I'll let from data import samples. You can even import the samples from a text file or from pandas data frames. I have tutorials for that, so you can watch my playlist to understand how to extract data from text file or how to extract data from pandas CSV file and so on. So for this example, I didn't want to show you how to import and export data. So I just made a simple list of data. If you want to use my function derived duration plot values, you just can copy this Python file and place it in your project and reference it in your project script and use it as a function in your code. So it's really simple, guys. And finally, if I run this, we got the same output. You can see I've created a blog post on creating duration curve using matplotlib. I have even given the source code so that you can copy paste and practice it for yourself. So be sure to check out the link of this blog post in the description of this video. Hope you like this video, guys. Thank you for watching.